Hello everybody and welcome back to the Gaming Lounge. This is Sfar, your host, and today we are going to talk about some replays that I did to get into Warrior Champion just now. It's been a good season. We've been able to push pretty high. Um, finding a lot of spam decks, but let's go ahead and let's watch this first one against this guy, Mayar. And yeah, he's pretty solid. Ultimate champion every season. Let's go ahead and watch it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of that Skeleton King graveyard deck going around right now, and it is extremely strong against Pucker Bird Spam. Um, Luckily, I haven't fought in it in the last like 7 battles, but usually I do fight that deck a lot. Now this guy, he made a lot of mistakes playing his Sparky right there. I'm not sure why he did that, but I was able to go ahead and put a Battle Ram down, and it was able to stop the Dark Prince, and I was able to use the E-Wiz so that he doesn't get hit on the tower with Sparky. Sparky in situations can be very easy to counter, and then there's situations where it's very hard to counter. It just depends on the other opponent's cycle and if they have like mini P.E.K.K.A or Golden Prince or Dark Prince to support it once it gets to the bridge with Goblin King in front, or the Goblin Giant in front. But I was able to go ahead and play the P.E.K.K.A. The reason why I win this game so easily is because he misses his kite. I thought it was a good placement to kite the P.E.K.K.A, but I guess it's not. I'm surprised it didn't kite the P.E.K.K.A myself, so he probably got tilted from that, because now I just have a free P.E.K.K.A on the tower. Now with the P.E.K.K.A, with him not playing anything to defend it, the P.E.K.K.A doesn't do that much damage. It gets the tower to 3,165 after taking a tower, which is good, but the P.E.K.K.A was half health once it got to the King Tower, and it only got like 2 or 3 hits on the King Tower. So, I mean, if it was like Elite Barbarians, the Elite Barbarians would have took the King Tower down. But yeah, so I go ahead and I use the Magic Archer to stop the Dark Prince. I go ahead and play the P.E.K.K.A, and again, it doesn't kite. The P.E.K.K.A thought about it, but I mean, that's happened to me a lot where they play Goblin King like that and it does kite. So I'm not sure what happened this game. I'm not sure why it wasn't kiting the P.E.K.K.A when it should. But I was able to do a really good fireball to go ahead and take out the Zappies, and then he played his Dark Prince just in time for the fireball to hit everything. Then I was able to go ahead and play the Magic Archer to clean it up, and that was an easy win. But again, I myself was very surprised that my P.E.K.K.A was not being kited. And so we're going to fight against Red X. He also gets to Ultimate Champion every season. And his name's pretty cool. I like how he has the stars and he has the red X's in between his name. So I go ahead and play the Ghost in the back, which if you guys watch my videos, you know I like playing Ghost in the back once I get to full elixir. I hate leaking elixir. I need to get better at allowing my elixir to leak, because one of the big reasons why I have such a hard time with Pucker Bird Spam right now is the fact that it's a defensive deck. For the first 2 minutes, you have to play very defensive, but I'm very aggressive. I like to play aggressive, so that's why I get into situations where I lose games when I should win, because I try to be very aggressive in the beginning. To actually master Pucker Bird Spam, you want to know when to play aggressive, but usually the first 2 minutes you want to play passive. You want to play your P.E.K.K.A as a defensive unit and use your other units to chip away the towers, which is like the smart way of playing Pucker Bird Spam. But my game style, I mean, I do play it like that once in a while. It just depends kind of the mood I'm in and what I'm doing and kind of how good of players I'm fighting. But it's just a bad habit I've done for so long. When you just play the game for fun and you're not really trying to master anything, you just want to play units how you want to play. You don't really have any strategy. So, but that's just bad habits, like I said. So this game is pretty much over. I have two of his towers down, and his king tower is at 1,498 HP, and both of my towers are pretty healthy. My left-hand tower is about half health, but I mean, he doesn't really have anything to take it down. His deck's pretty strange, and he just kind of gave up. So I was pretty happy I got these easy matchups right before my rank up game, because I was having a lot. I got to 1-1 away like 8 times, and I kept running into different versions of the Graveyard Rascal Goblin Hut. And I thought this was going to be a graveyard game, but luckily he was using a different version of the Rascal's Goblin Hut with wall breakers and Goblin Bear. But I played all these games back to back, so I was in a, I wasn't really tilted. I was in a good mood to try to beat this deck, even though it's a hard matchup for Pucker Bridgeman because of the Rascals and Goblin Hut. He just has a lot of things that just could stop my pushes. But luckily, I was able to get my ghost down to kill his ghost, and my ghost is gonna do a sneak attack while my E-Wiz gets some good chip damage. I'm able to get a good fireball to where I kill the goblins and I get the hut, so that it's not going to be that scary. Had to play the Magic Archer to defend because he was going to get a lot of chip damage with the Princess and with the Spear Golems. He probably would have gotten my tower down to like 2,600 HP, which is, I was able to save 500 HP, but by playing the elixir, and it wasn't really an elixir deficit, it was kind of an even elixir trade as well, since he played his hut and I got a +1 for playing the fireball. So he's gonna go ahead, and luckily his hut is in cycle with my fireball, so that I know when he has it pretty much whenever I have a fireball, and I could just automatically throw my fireball to hit the tower and to get his hut out of the way so that I don't have to worry about chip damage. I go ahead, and you see me do this a lot by playing the battle ram in front of the ghost to try to get a counter push, and that's what I mean by I try to be aggressive a lot. Sometimes when I'm not counting his elixir correctly, I thought that he was out of elixir when he wasn't, so he was able to play a 5-mana card and just pretty much counter my 7 elixir push, and it was a positive elixir trade for him, and that's why you see him having an elixir lead right now. And this is what I'm talking about with Rascals and Hut. He's just it's just really good, and I'm down. I thought I was gonna lose. I was kind of getting tilted right here. He gets my left-hand tower to 755 HP, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm not sure how I'm gonna win. And he goes ahead and he gets the tower, and there's only 15 seconds left. And yeah, I thought this was game. Luckily, he misses his hut to where the bandit gets a dash and his goblins don't target it. And I was able to take his tower in the last like 5 seconds, which was pretty cool. The reason why I threw the firewall, just in case he played Rascals or if he tried to block my unit. But this is where it got kind of dicey again, to where he got, was able to play his Goblin Bearer, he was able to play his Rascals, and he's able to play Wall Breakers. And his Wall Breakers are going to hit every time in that scenario. And so we're both kind of at the same elixir lead. My P.E.K.K.A. push isn't scary because he has everything that could counter the P.E.K.K.A. I have to go ahead and try to DPS his Rascal so that he has to waste elixir on the P.E.K.K.A. So that's why I spam the left-hand side. I go ahead and play the E-Wiz, and that's going to counter the push. I get some good chip damage with the Magic Archer. Luckily, the Bandit dashes onto the tower and is able to get like 3 or 4 hits. That was a pretty bad zap. I thought that my Bandit had more HP than he did. And this is what I'm talking about. He just plays his Rascals in the pocket, and he's able to get some disgusting damage down. I have to ignore the ghosts and just hope I don't get 3 crowned. I know that the ghost can't do enough, um, and he plays his hut just in time so that the battle ram gets hit. Um, I didn't realize that the magic archer was shooting the tower, um, so I got pretty lucky because those wall breakers would have won the game for him, and I didn't have enough mana for the fireball. So yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up with this video of me pushing to Warrior Champion. Hopefully this week or in 2 weeks I could get to Ultimate Champion early, so I could get ranked early. Um, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, as you can see, there's about 27 days left into this season, and I push up to Warrior Champion pretty fast. Like I said, once I get to Ultimate Champion, that should get me into top global. Oh, 1800. It'll get me into local at least. But depending on my win percentage, I think my win percentage right now is like 57%. Usually it gets really high. Then once I get to Grand and Warrior Champion, it goes from like 65, 70% win to like 57, 60% win chance. But once I get Ultimate Champion, I'll make another video, and I hope you guys are having a good season and enjoying the new meta with all the graveyard spawners right now. It's pretty crazy, but I hope you guys have a good day and catch you later.